And welcome back to Jeff Koinange live at the Intercontinental Hotel. What a Thursday. This is what inspiration is all about. And my guest, Stephen Kigwa, says, everybody, to a person, everybody has a story to tell. You should tell your story. Stephen has written 7 books. He's working on number 8. He's only 39 years old, and he wants to motivate the next generation of Kenyans. Young people, if you're watching, spread the word. At Skigwa, at Koinange Jeff, the hashtag is JKL. Stephen, it saddens me when I see the state, I mean, the youth,
yes,
the next generation. Many of them are a sorry lot. And yes, you're right, parents have to blame, the environment has to blame, but goodness, thank God we didn't go through that.
Yeah.
The drugs these days, the alcohol, it's just out of control. Mm-hmm. Who's to blame?
Everybody, the society. The society is you and me and everyone else. Because we have failed as parents, we have failed as the church community, we have failed as the community, village or network. Those days, a child belonged to the community. I mean, if somebody found me doing something wrong, whether they were distant relative or they were not even related to me at all, they would question me. In fact, they would ask, what are you doing? If I was supposed to be in school, they would ask me, what are you doing outside the school compound?
And maybe you.
Yes, but today you can't even do that. You can't even ask that.
You can't touch a kid.
Especially in the city, you can't. They will actually embarrass you. Yes. That's a problem. The society, we have failed.
Can that change, Stephen, when you talk to these kids in these schools, when you talk to the next generation, do you see a change? Do you see hope?
There is hope. There's hope. Why do I say there is hope? Because to say there is no way out is to say we are actually doomed, that we cannot get out of this cage. There is some way, there is some hope, because there are a number of Kenyans, like you and me, Jeff, who are willing to mentor young people. And I am happy to see that nowadays people are coming out, going back to the same schools they went to, coming up with alumni and all that, going back, reaching out to the students, talking them to that. These people are doing that. So there's hope. That is happening. Yeah. And I'm actually impressed to see that there's so many boys and girls who went through these schools and they are going back again to talk to them. Yes.
And what do you tell the young man, the young woman who's watching you right now for the very first time, never heard of you, like your wife was saying, people have never heard of you. So they've never heard of you, but they're watching you and they want to hear more and they're losing hope in life. What do you tell that person?
I would like to tell them that there is hope and you need not give up life. I mean, you can't quit living. There is too much. I actually tell people that if they came to realize what this carrier that we call me, this body, this tabernacle, what is contained in there, they would be amazed. They would actually run away from the potential that is within them. I am a bit saddened, Jeff, when I see today we have more universities than we had 20 years ago. I think we actually have more than 24 public universities in this country. And we have got more than 500,000 graduates graduating from these universities every year.
Every year.
Yet, we don't have jobs for these young people when they go into the job market. What does that tell me? We know for sure that every growing economy, education is a key pillar in a growing economy. But the same education that is supposed to help us and assist us is creating problems for us. That tells me there's something wrong, whether with the governors or there's a problem because the system teaches young people to score nice grades so that you go out there and you're employed. Nobody tells them, go out there and create an opportunity, create a job. I tell them, you are not created to be employed. You are created to be deployed. You have too much potential. Bring it out. Let people drink from the well of what you carry within you. That's what I would tell them.
Not created to be employed,
but to be deployed.
To be deployed.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes.
The fundamental question, Stephen, is, are they listening? Are these young people listening?
That is the biggest challenge, Jeff. Because even when I go to these schools to talk to them, you will still find a few of them who are not keen. It's like they're hardened. It's like they don't have a purpose in life. It's like they don't have that direction. So they're just there within the masses, just moved by the peer. Let's do this. They do it. There's that team. There's that kind of grouping that actually they don't care. But we have a few of people who take what you tell them and they move forward in life.
And these ones who are kichwangumu, for lack of a better word,
Yes.
who are not going anywhere fast, are the ones who end up easily being radicalized to joining the Mongikis, to
And,
joining the
yes.
Al-Shabaabs, to
Yes.
joining,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And that,
Unfortunately.
and those are the ones we need to rescue, if you will.
I have been trying to see how I can actually be having forums for young people, pull them together and teach them some basic skills I would call street skills, business skills, personal development skills. We put them, we teach them, we train them so that they get some mwelekeo. That is something I'm looking forward to studying.
Yeah.
Yes.
Moving forward, Stephen, this great nation of ours, and we keep saying how great this country is, how much potential we have in this country, what we can achieve as a nation. Are people losing hope?
There is a lot of despair in the society right now because a lot of hopelessness. In fact, most of the gangs, you know, the young men with guns, they are young people again. Hopelessness. They need to. They are using it as a means of trying to earn something, which is wrong. It's criminal. But they lost it somewhere. They lost it somewhere. I have seen a number of people, even some organization actually, who are trying to reach out to these young people who are already in the, in criminal activities, and some of them are even giving up those activities. But we need to do more. We need to invest in the future of these young people, because this country, if it's going to continue being great, it's going to be great because of the young people who will be the people holding the helms of all manner of leadership positions in this country.
Yeah.
We need to invest in them.
And can you convince those young Stephen Kigwas, the ones who are in school thinking, you know what, I come from such a poor background. I come from that little village in Mukuruweni. I will never be anything. How do you convince that kid he can be president of Kenya one day?
You know, I don't even need to convince them, Jeff. When I share with them my story, they come and tell me, I want to be like you, Stephen. I want to be like you. I've gone to places, they tell me, how come? You mean you're a Kenyan? I have never had a Kenyan talk to us like this. You mean we have Kenyans like you here? So they are there, they are willing. When you share with them, I just need to share your story with love. And they see they are awakened. All what they need is some level of awareness. Because you can't change a human being until you make them aware of their state and where they can be tomorrow. Yes, that's all I try to do, creating some awareness, and the decision is up to them to make a decision that this is what I want to take my life to. Yes.
When you're talking to a group of kids and you feel your message is hitting a blank wall, Stephen, I'm sure you've felt that.
Yes.
You're going nowhere with these kids because they're just not responding. How do you turn that around?
I remember one time I went to a school, I will not name it on national television,
Yeah.
but I went to a school and I tried to talk to them. They were dull, you know, kind of silent and silence, and nobody was writing anything. So I tried all the icebreakers, nothing worked.
Jokes?
I tried, they didn't work. Sometimes you encounter something like that.
Yes.
And I just had to do what I had to do. At least I had 2 or 3 who were concentrating. So I focused on the 2. I said to myself, Jesus was faithful when he was speaking to a multitude, and he was faithful also speaking to one Samaritan woman. So I concentrate on the one that is listening.
And did you break the ice in the end?
At the end, no. It was a high court school, so majority of them were like, you know, my dad is, you know, the MD of this corporation and all that. So what are you telling me? After all, he has already earned all the money, and I'm just waiting for him to kick the bucket and I take over, and you know. So there's some such places I've been to. I tried everything I could, it didn't work.
And that kid is as sad, the MD's kid, as the poorest kid.
Yes.
Right? He could end up worse than that other kid.
Actually, most of the people that I think that knew, I call it balance brought forward. Those children who think they have balance brought forward, most of them don't actually go all the way. But the kids who have got no balance brought forward, they have to fight it out. They have nothing to lose, so they give it their best. They give all their commitment, all their energy, all their effort. They say it's now or never. It's life or nothing at all. And nothing at all. They fight it out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you ever want to give up in life, Stephen?
Oh yes, I did. Oh yes, I did. And I think when I was in college, I remember one time, because I didn't have money for school fees. And we are 4 in our family, and I was in college, and all the other, my siblings, I happened to be the firstborn, were in secondary school, so my parent was trained completely. So they couldn't even really afford to to pay school fees for me while I was in the university. I had to hustle it out. I remember I had to knit tablecloths and sell to the lecturers and raise school fees. I remember I had to print calendars and sell and raise money for school fees. So when someone tells me that, you know, I'm quitting because I can't do this, I'm like, come on, you can do it if I did it. I felt like I quit, but I said, no, wait a minute. What story will I give if I quit?
Do you tell that to those kids?
Yes, I do that. And by the way, I had to organize a walk, 30-kilometer walk to raise money, not just for me, but also for my siblings, so that we could raise money for school.
Were you able to?
Yes. We got so many people who are willing, especially in the village. You know, those days, I mean, the village people, they don't have a lot, but they have the willingness. They have the love. They want to see children educated and all that. So they came forward. They contributed a little, 5 bob, 10 bob here and there. We were able to raise school fees. They all went to school.
But people walked.
Yes, yes.
How far was the walk?
It was actually from Koinange to Nyeri town.
And when you go back to Mukurweni now, other than Kabando or Kabando,
yes.
do they, who's from your village or is close by?
No, not really my village, but not so far away.
Yes.
It's like 4 kilometers from.
Do you go back? Do you go back to speak to
I actually go there. Like a month ago I was there. I go to those primary schools where I went to school myself and the neighboring schools to talk to them. Even the secondary schools are out there. Not for a pay. I go there to give back to the community, to give back to the society.
Yeah.
I go there and donate books.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Do you tell those kids, in no etago elephant?
When I tell them that, I mean, like, number one, what amazes them is like, this guy is speaking this kind of English here. Yeah. Are you sure he came to this school here, really?
Correct.
Yes. So when they see that and they know my home, they know this is his home, these are the parents, these are the relatives, then it is. If it happened for him, it can happen for us too.
Ah.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
The best thing about what you do, Stephen, what's the best thing? The thing that gives you the greatest satisfaction?
It's that joy and the fulfillment when someone comes to me and tell me, you know what, you may not know me. I was 3 weeks ago, I was somewhere in Nyahururu, and I was speaking to a team there, and one of the gentlemen came forward and said, Stephen, I know you don't even remember me at all, but 2 years ago I was seated in an audience where you were, and you spoke to us. You may never have spoken to anybody in that audience, but you spoke to me. And I was like, are you flattering me? He said, I'm not flattering you, I'm speaking the truth. And I was like, I'm so humbled. When he told me that I changed his thinking, his life. Sometimes people tell me that, I say, I changed your life, how? But I do it.
Yes.
I do it.
And that gives you satisfaction?
Yes.
Oh.
By the grace of God, I do it, and it gives me satisfaction.
All right, Stephen, it's time to give Kenyans some satisfaction and some hope. That's your camera over there. And again, most of the people you talk to, even though you do corporates, you do all across the board, it's the next generation we're talking to. What do you tell them over there, Stephen?
You cannot quit. This is your time. Actually, this is African time, and the gateway to Africa is Kenya. We cannot give up, young people. We need to do it. We need to rise up. There's so much potential in us. There's so much giftings and talents. You can't just quit. You can't just say it can't be done. People who have done it before are there. They are doing it. Learn from them. Come to us. We will help you where we can. You can't just give up. Come on, do it, because you're born to be a leader. Thank you.
Amen. Do you have a website, Stephen?
Yes, I do. mskigwa.com. www.mskigwa.com.
mskigwa.com.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes.
And if they want to get in touch with you through Twitter or through this
Twitter
website?
or through the website, they will see my telephone contacts. They are there. My email addresses are there. skigwa@mskigwa.com.
Excellent.
Yes.
We look forward to book number 8.
Yes.
And 9 and,
and
10.
I will invite you for the launch.
I appreciate it.
Thank
I look
you.
forward to it.
Thank you, Jeff.
I'll give you my book as well.
Oh, I will appreciate that. Thank you.
You know I wrote a book, huh?
Yes, I know. I know.
Okay.
I even came to...
Just one. Not 7.
I know. But it is an inspiring book. I have heard about it.
Thank you, Stephen.
Thank
Good
you.
stuff.
But I challenge you to write another one.
I'm going to do it.
All right.
Miles Monroe did the same thing. I'm going to do it.
Then you better do it.
Yeah.
All right.
Say hello to your wife.
Okay, I will.
I've never met her, but she brought you to this bench.
Thank you. Thank you.
Stephen Kigwa, folks, remember that name. This is what Inspiration Thursday is all about. Ordinary Kenyans doing extraordinary things. And if he's inspired you tonight, pick up his book. This is the one I particularly like, I Want Me Back. But all 7 of them will inspire you in 7 different ways. He's working on number 8, and that's no doubt gonna be a bestseller. Remember this name, folks, and keep tweeting at skigwa at Koinange Jeff. The hashtag is JKL. Next week, new show, new topic, new guests, same place, same time. Always keep it locked right here on Kenya's television network, KTN, every Wednesday and Thursday at 10 p.m. Thanks so much for joining us. Good night. Good luck. Thank you, Steve.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you.